Good day, good afternoon. Welcome to the Leadership Standard. Good morning, good afternoon, good wherever you are. Welcome to the Leadership Standard with Kuchulo. I'm going to be your host in today's episode of the Leadership Standard. And today's episode, we're going to be discussing Mazi Nnamdi strike as well as other charges that have been labeled against the leader of the Independent People. I'm going to be showing videos, evidence of past events that happened last week, as well as other comments of legal analysts, people who have been a part of the who represent people who saw what happened, the goal of what's going to happen in the next few weeks, and how that's going to affect the industry. So please kindly share, like, or comment if this show goes up. We'd love to have your participation. So I'm going to be sharing my screen right now. I'm going to be showing some video of other, like Arise News channels where they discuss how to strategies. I'm going to try to go through a series of videos and see how I can provide it. Okay? So if you can hear me, please comment below that you can hear me. The volume is okay. If there's anything wrong with the volume, but so, so today let's start from
the custody
right
of the
here.
Department of State
Okay?
Services.
We're going to start from this particular video of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is from Arise News channel, also Arise News. So, new terrorist terrorism charges for IPO. So let's go ahead. So this is for
had been rearranged in October 2021 on a 7-count charge. He is standing trial on charges bordering on treasonable felony. He will now take his plea in response to a charge on 15 counts, including terrorism, in his next court appearance scheduled for today, Tuesday, January 18th. Last week, Kanu had, in a statement issued by his lead counsel, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, asked his supporters to conduct themselves in a peaceful manner during his next court appearance. I don't know if you could recall the last appearance.
so you may know, arrived news that the what the increase in charges for the increase charge two. So again, after that happened, the new council, like the new council, ahead, take that response. That happened the following day. So, but again, I always say also where it is very important that we say this so that we understand that the man has been subjected to the same level of pain since he got arrested. He has not had time, he has not been the opportunity to change any of his clothes. And, although there was a ruling that was made by the judge that said that they have to ensure that the three essence as a participant has to ensure that Mazi gets a change of clothes. So that leads me up to the next story that I want to share. Okay? That leads me up to the next story. Now this next story is also in regards to the trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the new trends of what's happening. He has been granted change of clothes, but now this is another one I want to share. This is the story of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Can you guys hear me? So this is the one of when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got access to hiring this new lawyer, Michael Jackson. This is when they meet the court. This was I believe this was the first trial. First case when he meets the court. This is the first case. On this person here, you see that's the lawyer for the PSO. This is when they are sitting for this is when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is sitting in court. He's exchanged talking to the family.
How are you? How are you?
He has I have to note something right here. I have to note something right here. As you can see him having his wife. But finally, as you can see, that even though there's been a problem, the court has not been allowed everyone. So we have to at least say we allow people to at least say who is the Harry Potter's officer. And further talking about the court, there are several people there. They have shown so the point I'm trying to make is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes to court.
How are you?
He meets his lawyers.
Of course.
Meets all his lawyers. Exchanges talking to the judge. He has a smile. So yeah. So as you can see, you know, he's having a smile on. He's still excited about life. He's not worried about anything because he knows full matter how the government tries to play this, no matter how they want to twist this whole scenario, at the end of the day, there's no way they can do this. It's perfectly unbelievable. It's supposed to be a system. That's why the people have to do keep delaying proceedings. But again, we must ask ourselves that the reason why they're doing this is just to go and move. So, very good. The government of Nigeria has take this down with the system. And why people say that the best thing right for the government of Nigeria to do, with the Biafra issue, is to ask for a referendum. That is exactly what it is. But I'm not here to speak about that. I just want to show you what's going on and how to analyze it. So that's the lawyer for the DSS. That's the lawyer for the DSS. So as you can see, the point I'm trying to make in all of this is uh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come to court, and the night before this case, they file fresh terrorism charges. They bring in new charges, and some of them are actually the same charges. Uh, there was no significant change in any of them. One said the same thing, the other charge was saying exactly the same thing. So the point is, these people have no particular thing to say or particular thing to do. So what they're trying to do is they're just trying to keep this man in prison for no reason, thereby violating their Section 36 of the and I want to just bring that out to you, all right? So you understand that every human being has fundamental human rights. No matter who you are, you have a fundamental human rights. And right now, we have a fundamental human rights. And these are rights to life, right to dignity of human person, the right to fair hearing, the right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion, and the right to the freedom of expression. You cannot deny a person. So tell your neighbor, you cannot deny your fundamental human rights and your fundamental. Nobody has a power to deny it. That is exactly what they are denying us. But that's the point.
Well, as you are all aware, this is the charge that was filed was dated 17th. That was on Friday, and they filed yesterday. And as soon as it was filed, it was served on them, and they had an interaction with him. And of course, you are aware of the fact that law requires that charges can be amended and filed, even on the eve of the judgment of any case. So the mere refusal to take the plea today is one of the several antics employed by the defendant to delay this case. But I want to assure you that the 3 days given by this honorable court shall be properly utilized, notwithstanding the fact that today has already been frustrated by an act of technicalities. We are ready to take it up tomorrow.
When you say frustrated, who masterminded the frustration?
Of
Sir?
course, the defense. You're welcome.
So as you can see, you can see the way he claims that it's the defense masterminded today. He doesn't talk about the everything that's been with us. Good. How are something on the eve of the pride to create it with the good? Not just that's the strength of I'm not going to be a person, the technicality that they are feeling. When we say technicality, this is the sort of technicality of this. We must ask ourselves, what are we doing this for the right? Even if they want to do something, they can't take access to people understand that I'm trying to grab and we've seen how that is I'm going to be seeing the food of this trial. I'm going to be seeing the food trial, how it is progressed, 2015 upwards, and also the trial of other people that have been arrested, people that know also a lot of right? So I understand exactly what this is, but again, also asking how this project using the interfaces with the record, what is left. Almost all the giving demanding we must not allow ourselves to produce the strategy that we don't expect to do it as a people. So, let's just talk about this. Look at these lawyers. They, most people don't understand that at the end of the day, people who will fight for nothing and the people who are the more fight for nothing as well as everyone else that people get it out there. The lawyers are the ones who speak up. Even where it requires lawyers to think of things that are wherever there is people that have to speak up or the gap, the lawyers are very important to this. And I want to say that God bless these lawyers for their insight because you must understand something. You must understand something. The Nigerian government they were faster. And it's a game of chess. And they have every right to the beat for the game of chess. The play is not proud and says the team of the brother. The father said in Friday, we take a look at the Tuesday, the crowd, the weekend. Of course, the lawyers that have the power, the book, and the rest of the team. Those lawyers, those are the state lawyers, not many things lawyers, what's the
Yes. How are you? So,
I just took over the matter, and you can see that God was on the throne as regards to these proceedings.
So were you able to consult with the entity that regards the charges?
Yes, I've now consulted my client, Nnamdi Kanu, as regards the 15 count charge. Um, some of the statements made by Nnamdi Kanu that were also not clear, which I pointed out to the court. The prosecution um, has been able to give me another clearer copy, which is legible. And with that, we will take the next step. Tomorrow, no one is running away from plea being taken. But the point we made today, which the court appreciated, is that you can't take plea to counts that have not even been given to you. We were served some minutes to 10 a.m. yesterday a 15 count amended charge for a case coming up today, whereas the last date of adjournment was 2nd of December. So they had well over 1.5 months to.
So as you guys can see, I want you guys to pay attention. Pay attention to what this man is saying. Most people just listen. Most people don't pay attention. Right? If you, the way you know you are smart is when someone is speaking the truth. This person, this man Michael, said that these people had well over time. They had so much time to file the amended charge. There was a timeline to all of this. So when you're dealing with court, they give you time to file, time to apply, time to condemn, time to all of time to adjust, time to everything has time. How then in the right sense of this lawyer process, do you feel that it is fair in a case of consequences for you to file on the file a amended charge of two consequences, and then you expect the person or you expect the party or the party to have a response on that same day, on the next day of the case? It doesn't make any sense. How does that even make any sense? That is what Mike is presenting the same way again. They went ahead to go find a case on the E amended charges to the E, not knowing that there, there are better ways of doing this. You had over a month to make that. So let's go ahead and keep this.
Who have done that and served us. They didn't. So I believe that was intended to frustrate today's proceedings. In any event, that was the 6th time they are amending the charge. Each time they amend, I will file a preliminary objection. They go back to the drawing board to re-amend. So by the time we allow the plea taken tomorrow,
And we had it. This was the 6th time we amended it. Whenever they amend the charge, it makes a response to go back again. They just keep amending, amending, amending. Why? Just to frustrate.
by then we would have gotten to the bridge and then we will cross it. Because certainly and definitely and absolutely, we are going to file preliminary objection
So last
to
week,
this
last week,
counts. Many of them are just poor. Yeah.
yes, and last week, the judge made some orders, but though as his welfare and his health, though the others were not enrolled, do you feel the DSS will comply with that order?
Well, the DSS are part and parcel of the democratic organogram we have. I don't think they are aliens from another planet living on Mother Earth here. For the opting time today, the court emphasized to the DSS what they should do. In any civilized society, when you are trying an accused person, give him facilities to defend himself. How do you keep a person in solitary confinement?
Yeah, the what this man just said. In every civilized society, when you are prosecuting a person, you have to give person all the things you need to defend yourself. This man is kind of very sorry to defend himself. just that alone, they've not given him what he needs. He has at least has the potential for the day. His living condition in the prison or wherever he is going to escape. All right. So we have to ask ourselves what do we want the people? Why should someone be arrested because of the situation? One thing, what is the best purpose? It's not even one of the church. People in prison already, people are. And we must know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it has been said that when people talk to him, they also give them passion points. So what does this tell you? There is a little bit of
Sleeping on a flat 6 inches bed. I mean, if a small, this small student's mattress with no pillow, and expect the person to live a good, healthy life, and he's complaining that he's being starved. We put all this in the affidavit. Solitary confinement. You are not allowed to greet any person, to exercise, and when other inmates greet you, they are immediately taken to solitary confinement or to more serious security areas because they greeted you. You are not allowed to practice your Jewish religion. You're sure that you wear. All of them are seized. I mean, the judge had to make another order today. He has been appearing in court all along with the same dress. The dress is not a uniform. It's because he has not been allowed to have another dress. So when you talk about a free and fair trial, all these are what Section 36 of the Constitution is about when it says a person should be given a free hearing. Free hearing incorporates all this. Free.
I hope you all can listen and hear what he said. The law requires that everyone gets a free hearing. The Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was a staff, was in the service of finance, was in the cloud of service codes, probably a living in about a 10 years. So he has not been given this country. I want you all to understand that right now, we don't continue to speak up and request that justice is served. Not just for Mazi, but in every case where there is given a regulation, we have to start speaking up for this. So I really like it. As a people with the power, know why we are being put in this situation. Because it's not going to be today. It could be you tomorrow. It could be your family, friends. It is time for people that have power to stop protecting other people. I know this may sound like a factor, but we have seen time and time again how the judgment of people who have power are pressing other people. At the end of the day, that oppression ends up biting them in the butt. Personally, depending on the style, they have been denied his clothes, they have been denied his play material, they have been denied access to other people, he has been put in solitary confinement, he has been, whatever violation of the human rights section of the jail. And we must understand that Nigeria is a democratic society. Even if it's an undemocratic society, it still has to obey and it still has to follow through with, with the laws of the land. Which is, there have been several violations of it.
Hearing incorporates fair trial. So if, for example, everything is weighted against an accused person and in favor of the prosecutor, then where's the justice? That was the question I was asking the court. The prosecutor investigated. They are the accusers. They are the prosecutors. They are again also keeping custody of the person, then the person is worn out gradually, psychologically, mentally depleted, psychically traumatized, physically humiliated, and debilitated. In such a case, you cannot say the person is undergoing a fair trial. So these were the points I was emphasizing to the court today, that even though you had made orders again and again and again, these orders are being flouted brazenly with impunity. So this is where we are. I believe that with today's proceedings, there will be a change of heart on the part of the DSS, because the law is that a person should stand trial. The reason they say stand trial is that you should be healthy enough to stand when you are being tried. He didn't say sit trial or lie down trial or prostrate trial or be in a coma trial. Only the living can stand trial. That's what the Supreme Court said.
Only the living stand trial. Yes. Only the living. Tell the DSS. Only the living. Tell the people who think that they have the people holding the lives, using their own powers to hold down the lives of people. We have to remind them that only the living, it is time for everyone to remind ourselves that only the living. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was believing in it because it was denied and expect people not to. If you're not the ones that investigate those positions, those holding down those civil rights for the people who those people who access to the very specific they are trying to actually the voice of the said everything that is said. There is nothing new in the possibility to say that so open the door to there is no possibility to say so let's keep going.
Say only the living can stand trial. In any event, in any case, even convicted persons who are on death row are still entitled to basic fundamental rights. You can't say, for example, that because a person is on death row, then you go there and be flogging him with a cane every day, or you say, you now tell him you can't even practice your religion, contrary to Section 38 of the Constitution. So even a convict has his basic right, not to talk of a person who is presumed innocent under our system of criminal justice.
So as you can see, as you can hear, everything is presumed innocent into what people do. And who was the burden of proof? The burden of proof is on the prosecution, correct? The prosecution to show why he is guilty, to show why he is to be good. But how we are not prosecuted other than the testimony, the only one that is laid for the prosecutor to show. And this is already today. Because people decide already have a judgment, already have a already have a judgment of 2 billion on the Nigerian government here for the damage that is done to the who who is responsible for that? Who can a justice system for that very well said. The justice system is aimed at stifling that holding it down. And that is pretty much what
Which is Anglo-Saxon based, being accusatorial, meaning your innocence is presumed, not the French model, which is inquisitorial, where your guilt is presumed. And all these have been encapsulated in Section 36 of the Constitution. So I think by the grace of God, we had a good day in the court.
What if I told you you could get an offer on your...
Alright. So guys, that's exactly what happened to us. Okay. They had a good day at court. I'm gonna go ahead and play this other video, right? Of Mazi Nnamdi. If you're enjoying this video, please like it. Again, for the laws, for the deal service. This is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu again.
We don't go to the the wife of fire. Oh, okay, that's it. No, what else? Next time. Okay, you wanted my understanding. So you have it. Yeah. You get to another one. Are you afraid you may jump to the no. It's comfortable with my hand. I have to know what to do. Because it's the content of what other now. Are we? Yes. No. These are witness. These are witness. These are witness.
You understand that as the student already, the laws already posted, sharing, so I want to just bring this up just to tell you. The reason why you see them talking to him, this is kind of people are there or before, is because they didn't have privacy in the DSS system. Most of the time, whenever they go to DSS facility, those DSS facilities, people are telling the lawyers, they say, like, blah, blah, blah. So there is no identifying statement, there's no confidentiality, there's no privacy. Everything that he says or the lawyer says is going to be just transmitted to the other party. But again, I'm just happy that he came in again with very strong, very agile, very excited for what he's
I know.
and just so you know, what people are supposed to do, what people are supposed to do, it's just for this, 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 with the rest of people, so it's so fast.
I feel extremely bad. As you can see, the plea has been taken, and the prosecution is ready to go on. All our gadgets is already, they are ready. All our witnesses are already in court, but we are ambushed by an application for bail, and indeed another application seeking to quash the charge this morning, which borders on the jurisdiction of the court. And the court, in its usual magnanimity, acceded to the fact that those applications need to be taken before we proceed. And what I want to tell Nigerians is that we are fully ready. And one thing that is very interesting that Nigerians should be looking out for is the fact that one of the counts suggesting that the defendant, Nnamdi Kanu, is a member of IPOP, and he vehemently denied being a member of IPOP. That is very curious, and we urge Nigerians to see us through how we are going to prove all those charges against the defendants in no time to come.
So, let's open it quickly and make a comment on what this man said. See, all of a sudden now he says that it's extremely sad or whatever, because of the application I realize that but again, the crowd the home and the child, of course, there has to be an application for somebody to watch the child before saying that this person is a because whenever you see that they are saying that the offense is the same for this was happening in the UK. Nigerians, the decision of Nigeria doesn't put out trying to happen outside of the borders of the group, right? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu broadcast was mainly in America. Okay? Nigeria doesn't have jurisdiction over crimes of border that happen in other jurisdictions or supported or alleged crimes of border. So it doesn't make any sense. So that was why people applied for bail, because application for bail means that they need to get application out of the DSS, the DSS detention of people's house. Right? The DSS detention of people's house, where it's not in office, it's not with it's not a school, wherever it is, it's not, so the person, there's no reason why you should use the DSS detention. So that's why they applied for bail. Second reason why they applied for travel for the DSS. That is because of the fact that the DSS over alleged any of those things. So now we also have to understand they're not going to be they have several offensive steps. So the those students and these are people who to be able to get these the other person to use their license. They are offensive steps. The PSS people they are offensive steps. So we need to talk about them. So okay.
And those are our feelings, and we hope that all this approach will come to an end someday, because criminal trial need to be treated expeditiously so that the defendant will know his fate in one way or the other at the earliest opportunity. But all these gimmicks coming up all the time are those things that are really affecting our criminal justice system, and we are ready to battle it even through to the amendment of our respective legislations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Adding that, first of all, and adding that the prosecution has also expressed that displeasure that you are playing some gimmicks in ensuring that the trial will not commence today.
I'm elated, I'm exhilarated, I'm enthused that, like yesterday, God again was on the throne today. And God will be on the throne throughout the trial of this charge. Go and look at it. It's Lamentations 3:37. who is it that speaketh, and it cometh to pass if God has not commanded it? So I want to say that God has taken over possession of this case.
So always also understand that. That's the reason why I'm very much this is the time to very much the language of the world. It's very well focused. It's very this is like a new this is like a battle of new that's how I see it. Battle of new hopefully I will careful. So I'm very happy to play for this. There is no the whole any so right the more you already know what you do so violation of the human rights. So it's like in the general government of the
So we know that the judiciary is unsung. It cannot be intimidated. Even under military juntas, the judiciary refused to blow muted trumpet. It is not going to do it now under a democratic setting. And the judex has so far shown that the judiciary should be looked upon as the last hope of the common man. And today's proceedings again demonstrate that. After yesterday's proceedings, Ejiofor, myself, and my team of lawyers representing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went to work. We worked throughout the night, up to about 4 a.m. this morning. And we were able to generate a 42-page document attacking the entire 15 counts in the charge as being wordless, as being watery, as being of no moment, and as actually dying, or rather dead on arrival, as dead as dodo. We were able to generate about 34.
so you guys can see there was a response to whatever charges was made against the respondent. The accusation was very clear how much more it was like how the situation was happening. So that it's like there was been able to explain exactly what
Grounds for the application. We believe that by the grace of God, by the time the judge calmly, dispassionately examines the step-by-step destruction of these counts, then, like I submitted in court, she will go to the next stage, which is to grant us our prayer too. And our prayer too is that there being no valid legal counts in the charge to defend, she should dismiss all of them and set free, that is, discharge and acquit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu of any offenses. What the prosecution tried to do was to insist that because today was set down for hearing, that the trial must go on, notwithstanding the pendency of this application, which we have filed, and not also withstanding the pendency of a second application a 26-page motion for bail. And I pointed out to the court that that was not the law. That is not the law. That the Supreme Court has held in several cases, serially, that once motions are pending before a court of law, even if the motions be frivolous or stupid, the Supreme Court actually used the word stupid or frivolous or meritorious, that the court is duty bound to look at that application, take argument, and then decide it one way or the other before the matter can proceed. And of course, our application is fundamental, it's intrinsic to this trial. And the judge agree with us, telling the prosecution, there's no way you can tell me to start trial. What if we start trial and then the appellate court finally quashes whatever we do here? So she was right. That is the legal position. And because of that, she has determined that she will take first this application to quash the entire counts in the 15 count. And then if there's still any case to try at all, that is when we now get to the, well, cross the bridge after getting there. So
So, yeah, we just, so, yeah, of course, anyway, the most important thing is to so I was obviously very wonderful at this see. I'm very happy that you this 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 because the people are very much has to address the any after reading the he is going to careful. Always been saying here, whenever I talk about the rise of colleges, everyone says, everyone says this very big,
so what the 16th of February has been set down for at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. 16th February, February 16, 2022. It's just for this application alone to quash the counts in the 15 count charge and discharge and acquit Nnamdi Kanu. Because in law, you cannot put something on nothing and expect it to stay. It will collapse. I cannot imagine a house that has no foundation. It will collapse. So by the time the court hears us and takes a look at this application, she will discover that there's actually no case before her at all to waste the precious time of this honorable court. Because the court is a busy court, there are many cases on the docket so that she can face other more important cases. This case is dead on arrival, as dead as Dodo. Dodo was a bird.
so very good. The case is dead, dead. So pretty much, what we all see is the area exposed that this case is still ongoing. Legal billion was all the money from the so as you can see,